Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Miami Dolphins. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Andre Branch in on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now he's forced out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. From the gun, Mayfield. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Watch it now, Barney.
Mayfield on first down. Over to the right side, caught by Moncrief. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. First down, a run with Hyde. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here, a safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Green, 39!
On second down, Hyde. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Mayfield. Then they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Nassib in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit. Like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? The one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 2nd down, Mayfield. Moncrief brings it in. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Handoff comes to Hyde. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Mayfield now on 2nd down. And an alley to run. And now the ball's out. Fumble
plays like this when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Joe Schobert coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Detroit!
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He'll set up the screen to Drake. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. 5 yards will get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. And it's caught by Parker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on 1st down. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down. Look to throw here. Going deep here for Stills. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's Hyde as they begin on the ground. And he's got some space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Detroit! Detroit!
A 1st down throw from Mayfield. Wide open receiver complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. Forced out to his left. This will be caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Browns add on to their lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Bullock good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field, and down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
They'll run with Drake. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! 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 All day, dog.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Joe Schobert in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Gone!
Now back to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Josh Gordon with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And that will make this a 16-point lead. Bullock out now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins getting set to go here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. On the left side, this is Stills. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? First foray into the red zone for Miami. 1st and 10 at the 19. They'll run here with Balaj. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Gone! Gone! Gone!
Back to throw here. Going for it all. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And Forbath will put this one through, and they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now. So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on maybe. Yeah, go ahead and raise the banner, right? Wave the flag. That's good. Got points, and now, as you said, they've got something to build on as they get ready for the second half. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
First down, Mayfield. Screenplay, Johnson. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Lucky 56! Lucky 56!
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. To throw, Mayfield. And he's got Moncrief. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL?
Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December,
giving,
right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Let's go! Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is third and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey, watch that.
He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
We got chips over here. Chips over here. That's overload. Overload.
Buzz. 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 Be ready. Be ready. Detroit. Detroit.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
They'll drop to throw. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Detroit. Detroit.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it first and 10.
Over. Gun. 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 Gun.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll throw now on the final play. Going deep here for Stills. And this one is incomplete. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with the lead. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Fights through him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this you're going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The drive will commence with a run by Balaj. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
They'll start with a give here to Balaj. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going deep here for Stills. And that one was nearly picked. Not sure he was accounting for the free safety. Now it brings up 3rd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Let's go, Tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
He'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Miami 1st down, that one going for a gain of 11.
It's a nice job hitting him on the angle route there. Come out of the backfield, cutting sharply across the middle. And that's good timing between the quarterback and his receiver.
Effective 3rd down play to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st down, he dropped to throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Michael Kendricks in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And Stills over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Lucky 56.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, Couldn't turn it into much more.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Gone!
They're going to look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Detroit!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. It's complete to Drake. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
He'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. TJ Carey right there in coverage.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Now back to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. They'll look to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. The Dolphins on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Detroit! Lucky 56. Gone!
Check. 53 flight. Check. 53 flight. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. This is caught. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. You got 4.
They start the drive with Hyde. Tackle made there by Kiko Alonso. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Again, it's Hyde. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Xavier Howard up to make the tackle.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Mayfield. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they're going to get the first out here as he's up to the 14. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a first down. Back now in Miami. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll give to Hyde. And the ball's out. Hyde fumbled it. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they've dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback in the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps. Now this is going to be intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them. Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. The Browns on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Running left. Here's Hyde. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Back to throw here. That is nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, Not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and 1, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. On the left side, this is Stills. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot defensively. How do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do, because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
They'll set up to throw. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile.
Gone!
They'll drop to throw. He lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Looking deep now for Amendola. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
Following the penalty, it's Hyde. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced into a 3rd and 15 coming up. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Browns on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15. Here's Hyde. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. So now here come the Dolphins. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. E.J. Gaines the one that time to knock it away. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. He'll look to throw. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's complete. Stills. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Detroit! Detroit!
We got three, fellas.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Looking to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another
Detroit!
1st down.
Detroit!
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. He's going to let it fly. And it will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Definitely desperation time. This just looks like, hey, throw it down there, hope that your guy can make a play.
You want him to make a play, but if not, maybe you get a pass interference call, and you know in the NFL, that's a spot foul. You get all of that yardage. That would be a big play.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Gun! 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 Gun!
I got it. I got it.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. In for the score. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but
Feeling the pressure here, and And taken down, a sack back at the 7. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
They got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, we try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Browns, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for Miami, it's another week to forget as they're going to fall to 1-12 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.